Here are three signs he's emotionally checked out, and deep down, you know that too. One, he stops initiating anything. Not just sex, conversations, dates, even arguments. He used to care enough to fight. Now, he just says whatever you want. Or it's fine. He stopped investing because he stopped hoping. Number two, he's present but never engaged. He's on the couch, he's at dinner, he's next to you in bed, but his phone is always in his hand, or he's watching TV, or he's always tired. You talk, he nods. You ask a question, he gives a one word answer. You feel lonely, but technically he's right there. That's the cruelest part. He's not yelling or anything, he's just not there. Number three, he stops complaining about you. Wait, isn't that a good sign? No. When a man still cares, he'll get annoyed. He'll tell you what's bothering him. He'll ask you to change things because he still wants it to work. When he stops complaining entirely, that means he stopped expecting anything from you. He's already made peace with the end. He's just waiting. For what? He doesn't even know. An emotionally checked out man won't leave first most of the time. He'll just slowly disappear while still living in the same house.
And I think we have to look at how draining dating has become. We have to look at, the reason, or another reason that men are checking out of dating is because, dating has started to feel, for a lot of men, it's a little bit more, a lot more draining. You're not really hopeful like you used to be. It's more draining than it is exciting. You have, can't believe I'm gonna say this. You don't really have anything to look forward to, right? I'm so excited to take this lady out. It's gonna be a great time. Even if it ends up being bad, there's still excitement in there because it's like, man, I got out and I'm out here just moving and grooving. It's not really like that for a lot of men. And so that's another reason that they kind of check out.
This message is for any man who may come across this video. I know you don't hear this enough, but you are doing a great job, King. Keep going. I know you're tired. I know the pressure gets heavy. I know people expect for you to produce, provide, protect, and perform without ever having a real break. But hear me. The fact that you're still getting up every day and handling your business, handling your responsibilities says more about your character than you will ever realize. Don't let the lack of appreciation make you question your own value. Don't let the silence convince you that your sacrifices are going unnoticed. Keep building, keep leading, keep becoming, keep guiding, baby, keep grinding. I'm proud of every man who's choosing discipline over excuses, purpose over distractions, peace over chaos. Make sure you keep your head up, King. I'm proud of you.
By the way, y'all got to get a little bit more heartless. When I go on my live, I tell these ladies, I say, man, you got to be a dog. It's two types of dogs. There's dogs that eat kibble, and there's the dogs that eat steaks. You ever see the dogs you talked about, the white women that eat steaks out the crock pot and pot roast? You got to be that type of dog as a lady. Because the fact of the matter is, these don't play with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these niggas play with y'all. You play with it. Your outcome is the income. 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 Fuck that. Chase a check, never chase a bitch. 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 I'm a baddie forever. I take his money whenever. I'm a baddie forever. I take his money whenever. I'm a baddie forever. I take his money whenever. I'm a baddie forever. I take his money whenever. When you realize that, you don't marry the idea of the you marry the idea of the outcome, which is income, you'll be better off. But oftentimes, you only date one or text one. You need five. You need a max contract and a rookie contract. A lawyer, businessman, and a mechanic that could change your oil for free. None of them touch you except the one that you really love. And nothing is transactional, right? It's all frequencies and vibes. You're there to be the homegirl. You're the one that they love and want to be around. You're a vibe, but that's it. But you don't let these feel like they got one up on you, and they'll know they have one up if they know they're going that you're talking to, right? And you don't want to talk to just multiple for the sake of you need multiple high value. Peace. I love you.
You have a lot of modern women continuing to ask, where are all the men at? How come these men are not at singles events? Well, if you were to go to an event just to get humiliated, would you go? If you were going to the event just to honestly and truly become content, would you go? The answer's probably going to be not. I'm not coming. I'm not going to pay to be humiliated. The drinks are not going to be that good. The food's not going to be that good. We're not going to be doing anything that I want to do, so I'm not going. And that's how a lot of men think. Even if the drinks are good, even if the food is good, okay, this looks like a place I would go, but I'm not going on that night. I'll go the next night, or the night before, or some other time.
69% of all divorces are initiated by women over the age of 40. Why is that? And I know that men all want to go, well, women are just not happy. Or we could look at it at really with the reality of this: men stop doing what they need to do. You stop growing, you stop changing, you stop helping out, you stop pursuing her, you stop chasing her, you stop bringing her flowers, you stop taking her on dates. You stopped. She didn't stop. Most of the time, she didn't stop. She's at home and she's doing everything that she's trying to do. And she told you, hey, I need this from you and I need that from you. And you ignored it and you ignored it. And then now we got to the place where it's too late. And so many times I counsel men that are like, man, I wish I knew what I had before it was gone. Because once a woman is gone, it's really almost impossible for her to come back. Women are designed to be super loyal. They'll go to the ends of the earth and they'll keep going and going until one day they're done. And when they're done, they're done. And so men, don't allow that to happen. I don't know where you are in your marriage right now, but become intentional on meeting her needs. Be intentional and not speaking harsh to her. Be intentional of once again romancing her. Chase her. Come home and chase her and want to talk to her and be in her world. Make sure to be intentional what you think about her. Think nothing but good thoughts. Be intentional with your time. Date her every single week. You'll find that, man, we can greatly lower that number, men, if we'll simply do what we were designed to do, which was love her.
You know what? I'm starting to understand one of the reasons why men do not like expressing their emotions to women. And I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why. Because in society, what women like to do is they like to call men sassy. They call men sassy about every last thing. He's sassy for that. He's sassy for doing that. Like, I can understand now. Like, I was talking to some guys in my chat yesterday on live, and they was basically like, yeah, that's one of the reasons why. And I'm like, man, it makes perfect sense. Like, as women, we got to take some accountability. I'm not saying all women do this, but I have witnessed plenty of women who do this. They will call a man sassy for expressing how he feel. That would make me as a man not want to express how I feel at all, because like, you're not finna play in my face trying to, take down my dominance. Like, no, I'm not going for that. Personally, as a man, I wouldn't. As a society, we have to do a better job of what we deem as sassy, because everything is not sassy. Y'all say the littlest things are sassy. Like, yeah, there are things that are sassy. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of stuff y'all be saying that is sassy, don't be sassy.
And a lot of these modern women, they say a lot of stuff that's demeaning. They talk about how men are shaming women, but a lot of these modern women out here shame men a lot. They say some off the wall stuff. They say some crazy stuff to disrespect a man. And when a man says, okay, that's how it is, you have to understand, when you say stuff like that, when you do stuff like that, a man, you're going to call him cold. You're going to say that he's emotionally unavailable. But really, part of that, or maybe even a good portion of that, was you talking trash. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Like Kevin Samuels always used to say. You two were worried about shaming him and insulting him. Now that man seemed cold and distant, and you're not looking at what you did that might have caused that.
Stuff like you pisses you off. And guess what? I want all the smoke.
Oh, interesting. Chad wants all the smoke. Let's give it to him.
That guy in your friend zone, you know he wants to sleep with you, but you keep him around for your own self-validation. Doesn't that sound kind of manipulative?
I'm going to address this seriously because this mindset is actually one that's very dangerous. Women don't owe men anything. Just because you have romantic feelings for a woman doesn't mean she has to reciprocate those same feelings back to you. Why do you think so many women have been by their best friend? Because men like you feel entitled to that woman's feelings and her body.
Or that guy you keep letting take you out on dinner dates, but you never sleep with him? Yeah, you know he wants you romantically, but you just want a free dinner.
Way too many men think that dates are transactional, and it's so scary. If your entire purpose for taking someone out on a date is to sleep with them, and then you get angry when they don't sleep with you, you are a
But if you're an attractive man, you won't be able to survive in a normal society, 9-to-5 culture. You're going to be very ostracized, bro. People are not going to treat you like a human. You're going to have to become a businessman. You're going to have to start their own business. You're going to have to get rich. You're going to have to do content. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to work in the regular corporate world, bro. You're going to have too many men that's going to be jealous, envious, and hateful towards you all just because, like, you're handsome, you're attractive. And because of that, bro, they're gonna make sure that you never get any type of movement or motion in that environment. So it's like, bro, I'm telling y'all from personal experience, every job that I've worked at, bro, I've been treated hella different, bro. And I know it's because people are intimidated by me. And by just trying to be like an honest worker, bro, go work a job and like, you know what I mean, get money, because, you know, I don't come from money. So I actually have to work. But it, you know, the universe, the society don't care about the fact that I have to work. They care about the fact that I just don't fit in, and they're gonna make sure that if you're attractive, bro, you don't fit in. So you need to, you gotta boss up on some crazy, like, you gotta make niggas feel like they can't even fuck with you.
And, you know, a lot of these men have moved on to greener pastures, if I can say it like that. They've moved on to better things. They've moved on to not chasing women around. And so you might be asking the question, or, you know, might be wondering why a man is not willing to beg, right? And as a matter of fact, my wife and I just got through watching this show. I think it's on Netflix, called My Worst, or The Worst Ex Ever, or something like that. And you look at these women and they cry and they complain. And I think I might have only seen the first 2 episodes, right? And you don't want to condone what people are doing to the victims, but you hear the victims talk about what they've gone through, and then you'd be like, why did you even put yourself through that? But yet instead, y'all are getting into relationships. Modern women are getting into relationships with criminals. Literal, and this is not an exaggeration. They're on the books, official criminals. They're felons. Oh, well, I loved him and I just couldn't part ways. The man takes advantage of the woman sexually, and she's, oh, well, you know, I still couldn't leave him. Are you joking? But y'all sit out here and give the good man flack. You want the good man to get down on bended knee and beg you to stay. You should be running it.
Answer this. I had one of my friends was telling me that he was dating a white woman.
Okay.
And he said that everywhere that he would go, he would get dirty stares from the black women, right? So he said this one particular time he went to a restaurant and he got up. No, the lady, the white woman that he was dating, she got up and she went to the bathroom.
Okay.
He said these 2 black women literally walked over to him and said, "What you doing?"
Are you serious?
Dead serious. They asked him what he was doing. They asked him, why is he dating a white woman?
So that,
you know how crazy that is. So what would you call that? What do you call that? Tell me, bro.
That's called our black women are feeling like we not enough. Okay. And don't let him be attractive. Okay. If he's attractive, they gonna really feel a certain type of way. Like, what's up with us? Like, for real?
But my question, are they being racist?
So I just broke up with my boyfriend.
Yep.
And what's extra up is you didn't even know I had a boyfriend. I was planning on coming on here this week and talking about it and being like, hey, if you feel like no one is ever gonna accept you and love you for who you are, this is your sign that that's not true, and someone will. It's just a matter of time. You have to be patient. And now I need you to tell me that, because to be honest with you, there hasn't been a single man that I've been involved with who hasn't required me to change some core part of myself in order to make a relationship work. And it's really bizarre because I love who I am. I don't want to change. It would be a shame. That's how I see it. I see it as like it would be tragic for me to change who I am. And my friends and my family feel the same way. They don't want me to change. Like, even though there are some negative parts to my personality, like, no one has wanted me to change. And then suddenly, like, a man appears in the middle of my life like an alien, confused. Like, they just don't get it. And it really feels like my only 2 options are to change the core parts of myself that they require me to change, or to never achieve romantic fulfillment and never be in a long-term relationship that works for both of us. And I need you to tell me that there's a third option.
The relationship that you have with your partner is different from the relationship that you have with your family. There's a lot of stuff that your partner is going to see and know about you that your family members and friends aren't going to see and know. Both of you should adjust to make the relationship work. That's just how it is.
So my baby daddy is single, and no, he is not ready to mingle, so do not go hit him up. If he wants to talk to you, I promise he will. Okay. Whoever the next eligible bachelorette may be, regardless of who you are, that as long as you know your place when it comes to my child, I don't know my place when it comes to your man, Pookie. Okay, bye.
Girl, you need to take this down and just send this video to that man. Because if you do that, one of two things are going to happen. One, he's going to find this super attractive. He's not over you. You guys are just going to end up getting back together. Or two, that man, he knows that he's in a toxic cycle with you and he exited himself. He is not getting pulled back into it. And in that case, this will probably serve as an aha moment. He will realize that you are going to continue to wreak havoc in his life through the child, which I believe is how most toxic baby mamas start off. They will have their claws in you and will never want to let you go. They could have a whole nother man, a whole nother family, and they still are trying to control you. So men, smarten up to this and set those boundaries super early on after you split.
This guy asked me out to dinner and I said, I wish I could, but I can't. And he said, why can't you? And I said, because my hands and my toes are not done and I feel very insecure about them. And he was like, well, I'll just pay for them. And then he sent me money to get them done. That's what I got. I went out to eat with this guy twice already. We're not dating. It's not a date. And he pissed me off last week. So now I'm going to drain his wallet in the form of sashimi and nigiri. Because I love sushi. I love it. And he's a really big foodie. He knows all the great restaurants in Orlando.
And then women wonder why men don't do these big acts of kindness, because the one time that he does, he learns his lesson. Because there are absolutely plenty of women like this out there that are master manipulators, and they'll have a guy thinking that she's actually interested in him and that he's taking her out on a date. But here she is prior to the date scheming and planning how to drain his wallet. And then she's claiming it's not even a date. Like, she has zero interest in this man. So yeah, eventually, you know, that man's gonna learn. And then he's never going to do it again for somebody else. And then all of you women are out here wondering why that is the case. Why it doesn't happen anymore. This is exactly why. It's not a man problem, okay? It's how you've treated him problem.
At no other point in human history have women had more freedom, have had more rights, have had more privileges, have had more comfort, have had more access to education, have had all these benefits. And that also correspondingly and coincidingly, at no other point in human history have women had more hatred, more contempt for men. At no other point in human history have women been less grateful for the bounty which is almost exclusively bestowed upon you by benevolent men.
What are we talking about?
You say, well, women are oppressed. Women have equal rights to men. Women have more freedom. They have more choice. They have more privilege, more benefits, more comfort. Almost all the comforts that you and I enjoy is because of the genius and the labor of men.
Oh, goodness.
It's look, everything you take for granted.
Oh my God.
Everything you take for granted, I'm telling you.
If a man doesn't invest into you, if a man doesn't pay for dinner dates or your bills or your rent or your nails or your hair, and he doesn't even spend a single dime on you, this man does not love you. This man is saving money for his dream girl to come along while he's piggybacking off you, your resources, your time, your existence, and your money. I'm gonna tell you why I know that he doesn't love you if he doesn't spend money on you while I'm unboxing my new lipstick. If a man truly is in love with you, he will want to invest into you. He wants to provide and protect you. He wants to nurture you and your feminine energy. How does he do it? By spending money on you, by looking after you emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually. He wants to make you a better person. That's the sole purpose of what men are here to do on this planet, to protect and nurture women. Because what do? We carry the portal to life. We become mothers, we look after the children. While we're looking after the children, the man needs to protect us. Now, we don't live in Stone Age times anymore. So our priorities and the resources a man needs to provide have changed. We're not necessarily looking for the fittest guy anymore that can box away a saber-toothed tiger, but we're looking for a man that is financially secure and financially ambitious to offer us the most important resource on this planet, which is money. Just as much as we We have the maternal instinct to love unconditionally, to nurture our family and our children. A man has the instinct, the masculine instinct to provide for a woman. If he doesn't have this instinct with you, he simply doesn't love you. This is my new lip gloss. I got my name engraved. Every single person asked me about the color because it went viral on TikTok. And this is number 11 in satin.
Men don't abandon women they genuinely like. And I know some of you are going to get upset with this one, but stay with me, because I think women romanticize men's confusion too much. He just got scared. He is like super overwhelmed. He has trauma. The connection was so strong. We are twin flames. He is just processing everything. Well, I've heard every explanation under the sun. When a man genuinely likes a woman, he usually moves toward her, not away. Now, can they get overwhelmed? Of course. Can life happen? Absolutely. Can someone need space? Yes. But there is a difference between I'm going through something and completely disappearing, pulling back for long time and becoming super inconsistent, playing hot and cold games and leaving you confused all the time. People protect what they value. They move toward what matters. And women, sometimes they lose years romanticizing mixed signals, trying to decode behavior instead of simply admitting to themselves, if he truly wanted this, would this dynamic even exist? And this is not where, sometimes a man really likes you, but otherwise he doesn't and you're not enough. No, it's just sometimes he likes access more than responsibility. Sometimes he likes the feeling of you, but not the reality of building something. Is that painful? I guess. And you probably don't like what I'm saying, but clarity is kindness. And the right man, you won't constantly feel abandoned. You won't be decoding anything. Usually he tries not to lose you. And I need women to stop arguing with this and, of course, return back to their power. Like always, this isn't just dating advice. This is return to your power. Thank you so much for being here.
I make my money in all sorts of silly ways. I'm an exhibitionist, erotic artist, very autistic.
Are you diagnosed autistic?
Yes, so far gone on the spectrum.
Any other diagnoses?
PTSD.
Andrew here has some PTSD from his encounter with you.
Probably.
So you have it and you inflict it also.
Well, I've been working on that.
Congrats.
I am known as America's favorite MILF.
Does Forbes put out a list or?
Well, okay, if I have the cybersecurity guys check my stolen content on the underworld, I am the most clicked on natural face in my category of MILFs.
What's the ranking system?
When you go to cybersecurity people, they can check and see your face now out there, so they can see all my stolen content all over the world. So it's pretty crazy. I haven't monetized hardly anything because I didn't listen to my mother. She told me that my pictures might get stolen, and that did in fact happen quite a bit.
Okay, these are some dubious claims here. Kim Kardashian is a mother and she's a MILF,
but she's not a pog MILF. I'm a fat white girl, natural.
Wait, Rachel, why?
Natural.
Rachel, why do you know about that?
Someone needs to let me know if I am the only one that has noticed that men are not like how they were when our parents were growing up. I grew up, I don't know if it's because the Italian values or what, I grew up the man is supposed to take care of the woman. The man is supposed to go up to the girls. The man is supposed to have drive and initiate everything. I feel now it's so hard to find guys that even just in general have drive in life. I feel it's so different, and I don't know, I personally never get approached. I never. Maybe something's wrong with me, I don't know, but I feel then whenever I talk about it, everyone's oh well, they want the girl to go up to them. What? When did this change? Because I want a man. I don't want to be the man. Someone come up to me. Anyways, I just feel there's no manly men. I just don't think so. I think every guy I've met is honestly super emotional. And that's fine. I'm all about feelings, whatever. I'm an emotional person. So that's okay. But I feel it's definitely sometimes worse than girls. I'm not even kidding. It's crazy. Anyways, so if anyone knows if manly men still exist, let me know. Or if I'm the only one that thinks they don't. I don't know.
Y'all really think being paralyzed is the worst thing that can happen to you? You think having high blood pressure, suffering a stroke, suffering a heart attack, living with cerebral palsy, or having diabetes it's the worst thing that can happen to you. No, baby. As hard as those things are, they are only temporary. They only affect this life. The Bible tells us this life is like a vapor. It's here today and it's gone tomorrow. But eternity, that's forever. That's why I don't understand why people spend so much time worried about their bodies than their souls. You can survive a sickness. You can live through pain. You can adapt to a disability. But eternity is a decision that lasts forever. And if you are going through something physically, don't think your life is over. God can still use you. He can strengthen you. God can work through your pain, your weaknesses, and your circumstances to bring him glory if you trust him. So instead of asking him to only heal your body, ask him to save your soul. Because one day every sickness will be left behind. All the pain will be gone. Every tear that you cry will be wiped away. The question is, where will you spend eternity? Think about that. Your condition is temporary, but your soul is eternal. Okay?
Back in the days, most of the time, you would wait for someone to make the first move. It might be on the first date, it might be the third date, whatever. It could be the man, it could be the woman. But now, all my friends have noticed that the man has stopped making the first move.
Yeah. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be free. 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 I just wanna be free. Yeah. Look. Albany Marina, they done served us 100 subpoenas. I done got my inside arenas like Gilbert Arenas. I remember lobster ravioli up at Serafina. I was in a dream hotel before I was in a loop like a carabiner. Yeah. And shout to all the sweet teens from Wilhelmina who tell me at the white party, Drake, I love the album, man. Well, I mean, you're kind of genius. And like Dip said, they really mean it. Yeah, I need compliments, cuz lately it's just falling outs and disagreements. Industry is really evil.
All my girlfriends are like, they're waiting. It's the third date, fourth date, a week later. He hasn't gone in for the kiss. He doesn't do any touching or anything. And I've asked my dude friends that are single, and they are like, you don't know where a woman's gonna go with that story anymore. I ain't touching nobody. And it sucks because the Me Too movement is so strong and so powerful for the people that need it, but it shouldn't ruin the maturity that we should have within intimacy and relationship.
Man, y'all be fumbling girls who don't want nothing from you but reciprocity and respect. Then you turn around and wonder why you can't find a good woman. First off, you don't deserve one because you had one that you didn't recognize until after you ruined her. Yeah, you once had a woman whose heart came with no games, no expectations. Her only manipulation was trying to love you harder in hopes that you would match her effort. She ain't even need you to blow your money trying to impress her. She just needed you equally as invested in her as she was into you. And you took that kindness for weakness and her patience for desperation. You turned her softness into survival mode. You confused her loyalty with a lack of options until the only option for you to speak to her was if she one day unblocked you. You had the low maintenance girl and you gave her low effort. You had your biggest blessing that you didn't earn and you became her biggest curse that she never deserved. So you can't step on every flower that you see, then be shocked when there are no more gardens. Because I would agree that today's women a lot of times are guarded, but most of them started off looking for love in the hearts of men who left them needing more armor. Like that woman who seemed so cold and calculated was once warm with the wrong man who burned her for it in the end. Or the woman who will cut you off at the first red flag without looking back, she got that knife from the man who stabbed her in her back. So instead of asking, where are all the good women at? Ask yourself, what happened to them after dealing with men like me? Because the real shortage isn't in good quality women. It's in the quantity of men who will preserve them in their good condition.
One summer, I got really and there was just a group of 5 guys and a train happened, but it wasn't anything crazy. 5 isn't even that much, bro.
5 isn't that much?
5 isn't even that much. It's not that much. It's not that much.
Are you serious?
If I would have went to 6, that would have been crazy. But I only went to 5.
Yo, where is your...
It was 2 summers ago. It was nothing, bro. Next summer, I'm gonna up it to 6. Maybe this summer.
Being single as a man and only having to worry about yourself is very peaceful. Women are an expense you have to provide for them and you have to take care of them. And in return, they don't do what they're supposed to do. They want to take, but they don't want to give. So it's better to stay single. And if you have one of those women who actually contributes to the relationship and you're happy with it, just make sure she doesn't make more money than you, because then she's gonna resent you and leave your ass anyways. So you just can't win if you're in a relationship. The only way to win and be at peace and enjoy life is to be single as a man.
You could only pick 2 in a man out of these 8 traits. What 2 would you pick?
Okay. Protective and loyal.
Why protective and loyal?
Because I'm a woman and I need a man. Very man. Protective.
So you would pass up on tall, attractive,
Yeah, totally.
wealthy?
I love mental, of course, but it's not the most important things. Your face and your physical or your money, for me, is not very important. I see your soul.
All this crap does not align with the Bible at all. The first verse we're going to go to is 1 Corinthians 14:33. It says, God is not a God of confusion. He's a God of peace. If you're watching a Casey Zander video and he's telling you all these mental gymnastics that you got to jump through and all this crap, all these texting games and all of this stuff to keep her attracted, ask yourself, does this advice bring me peace or does it make me more confused? If you're being honest with yourself, it makes you more confused, right? Because it makes no sense. It's illogical. It's garbage, right? And so if God is a God of peace and he's not a God of confusion, everything that's manipulation and playing games and confusing is demonic in and of itself. And you should not be taking demonic advice on the internet, especially when it comes to dating and playing with a girl's heart. It's garbage.
Modern women really, they're not serious. They always have something silly to say. Well, how come I can't get a man to take me seriously? This goes beyond joking, right? Because you can have fun, you can be silly. You know, that's just who she is. She's just a goofy person. She just likes to have fun. She just likes to cut up. That's just who she is, right? If that's not your personality, leave her alone. That's one thing. What we have today is modern women cackling and being silly in a man's face when a man is trying to approach. And not only do they act silly and immature, they continue it instead of saying, no, we just playing. What's going on? There's one woman in the gym, man came up to her, you know, maybe he could have said something a little bit better. Maybe he could have approached a little bit better. He didn't do anything weird. But, you know, maybe he could have said some stuff better. Her friend jumps in, starts cackling and doing all that other stuff. And instead of saying, no, I'm sorry, go ahead. You know, this is your moment. And really, you know, being genuine about it. You know, maybe you give him a good natured ribbing. Hey, you remember when you said that to Chloe? And, you know, just kind of bust out laughing. And, you know, you kind of roast them a little bit and go on about your business. Men can take that. What men don't want to be involved in anymore is being the butt of the joke every single time. And they really didn't even do anything wrong. It's not worth it, man.